On a misty Tuesday morning in the secluded town of Alder Creek, 14-year-old Lila Bennett disappeared on her way to school. She walked the same wooded road every morning. That day, she never arrived. Her absence was first noted when the school secretary called her mother, Lila Bennett, around lunchtime. Panic spread quickly. In a town of 1,200, a child's disappearance was a rare and terrifying event. Lila was last seen by a neighbor, an old logger named George, who saw her walking with earbuds in, disappearing into the fog. After that, nothing. The town erupted in chaos. Flyers were posted, search parties formed. For 5 days, Alder Creek searched desperately. But by the end of that week, their worst fears came true. Lila's body was discovered in a hidden root cellar behind a long-abandoned house deep in the forest, known locally as the Reddick Place. She had been asphyxiated, with bruising on her arms suggesting a struggle. Time of death, within 24 hours of her disappearance. Deputy Aaron Carver, a seasoned yet compassionate local officer, led the investigation. She had seen tragedy, but this case cut deeper. It was close, personal, and horrifying. Evidence was sparse. The killer had taken steps to clean the area. However, a torn scrap of fabric on a fence near the Reddick property led police to search the house more thoroughly. Inside they found an old mattress, empty snack wrappers, a silver pendant necklace belonging to Lila. In Lila's bedroom, officers uncovered a hidden burner phone and cryptic journal entries. They mentioned someone she called the man with the green eyes, and detailed feelings of being watched. She'd even drawn sketches of the abandoned Reddick house, implying she had either been there before or feared she would end up there. Digital forensics on the burner phone revealed she'd been texting someone under the alias Eli, who claimed to be a 16-year-old boy. Early suspicion fell on Lila's estranged father, a man with a drinking problem who hadn't seen her in years. He was tracked down in Oregon and cleared after providing a solid alibi. Another red herring, a drifter who had been seen near the edge of town days before Lila vanished. Locals were convinced he was the culprit, but he was picked up by authorities 80 miles away with no connection to the girl. Even the old logger, George, became a person of interest briefly due to his proximity and history of mental illness. But once again, no evidence stuck. The pressure mounted. The case was close to going cold, until the text records from the burner phone led to a chilling suspect. The anonymous Eli was traced back to Jared Collins, the new art teacher at Alder Creek Middle School. Young, charming, and charismatic, Collins had inserted himself into the investigation, helping post flyers and joining search efforts. But a deeper look revealed inconsistencies. He had purchased the same brand of snacks found at the Reddick house. He had green eyes. Surveillance footage placed him near the Reddick property 2 days before Lila's disappearance. Forensic teams discovered partial fingerprints matching his on the burner phone's packaging. Confronted with the evidence, Collins broke down. He admitted to luring Lila by pretending to be someone her age, forming an online bond, and eventually convincing her to meet in secret. When she threatened to tell, he panicked. It wasn't supposed to go like this, he kept repeating. The relationship had never been physical before the meeting, but the emotional grooming was calculated and deliberate. His confession exposed a pattern. Jared Collins had moved across 3 states, working short stints in various schools. Other disappearances and runaways were now being revisited. Collins was charged with first-degree murder, online enticement of a minor, and kidnapping. The trial was swift. Overwhelming digital and forensic evidence sealed his fate. Alder Creek, once a tight-knit and trusting town, would never be the same. Parents grew more cautious. Schools changed their hiring protocols. Lila's mother, Dana, started a foundation in her daughter's name, focusing on internet safety and child advocacy. Deputy Carver, despite solving the case, could never shake the feeling of personal failure. She'd driven past the Reddick house dozens of times. The answer had been right there, hidden in plain sight. At Lila's memorial, townsfolk gathered around a new bench dedicated to her, set beneath a tree she used to sit under after school, sketching in her notebook. Her final drawing, found in her backpack, was etched into the bench's plaque, a house in the woods, with a single figure standing in the window. A warning, a prophecy. A goodbye.